Very excited. I think we're all eager to get into fall camp and compete with one another. To push one another and as well as spend 16 days straight with one another. I think what it takes is takes a lot of mental strength. I think it's a decision you have to make whether if the trenches is for you and as much wear and tear you put on your body, you have to make sure you put more. You have to care for your body even more. Whether that's taking care of it, being in the training room, resting, all the above. But I think when I came in, it was kind of I was kind of thrown in the fire. I came in a week before fall camp, so being able to have those older guys and learn from them, I was truly grateful. They always kept me under their wing and kept pushing me, and I think sophomore year is when it clicked. Just having that mindset of, man, I wanna start. I wanna have the mentality of, I want to get this job, but I know I'm gonna have to work for it. So understanding that you have to work and understanding you have to put your body through a lot of wear and tear, but as well as taking care of it, I think that's what goes into it, and that's when I finally realized that I could be a starter. I think it's both. Probably say more physically, but as well as you have to be mentally prepared. But physically, you got to be willing to. It's also all above. You also have to have a lot of knowledge in the game. D-line. A lot of people say it's just taking hits and giving hits, but you got to know what the D is doing, what the nose tackle is doing, what the D tackle is doing. For everybody to flow, to flow, just to flow. You got to realize like, hey, okay, he has to do this. Okay, I have to do this. So he's watching this. That means, this hole's gonna be open. So we have to take care of this hole. Just understanding all the principles of what the D-line has to do. So it's both. You have to be able to be physically strong and have to be mentally strong and mentally prepared before every game.
JT, as weird as this question is, have you ever felt more confident or more momentum in the offseason following a loss? It seems like after Michigan, there's a lot of win ticket at your sales. Play Georgia, we just lose, but it feels like we know we can beat that team. It just felt like even after a loss, there's a lot of momentum. Was that a weird feeling to try to compartmentalize?
Yeah, but as sometimes L's, they don't always equal to losses; they equal to lessons. And I think we learn a lot of lessons within ourselves and within our team, and especially after the Georgia loss, it helped us realize, like, man, like you said, it's we're right there, but they also lets us know what we have to work on. And this offseason has emphasized being strong, being mentally tough, and bringing it every 4 quarters, and we established that through the offseason. The games are won in the second half.
It kind of seems like there are people this offseason that have almost forgotten about the Georgia game, more focused on the Michigan game. What does that do for you guys as far as motivation and a lot?
The Tuimoloau game is the game. That's what we work towards too. Every day, that's what we work for. That's we grind, blood, sweat, and tears for that game. So, to have that game in our mind every day, man, it just pushes us to go harder, and it pushes us to challenge each other. Because, when we're training, it's you going against your bro, but at that time, it's me versus you, and we're pushing each other to bring the best out of one another.
You had a quote in the spring practice that was about being an old head, and it's kind of hard to believe that you're one of those old heads now. But it seems like you're one of the leaders of the team now. Even a step further than that. How have you embraced that this offseason more than?
Something you have to, once you accept that role, there's a lot that comes with it. No matter great days or low days, you have to always be a leader. And that's one thing I've realized. And after taking on that role, first I just, it's a big shout out to all my guys for trusting me with that role and, believing me, looking at me as a leader. Because it's not easy being a leader, but to have that, your family behind you makes it easier. And I have a great group of guys and great group of brothers around me. Man, but to take on that role means everything, and I don't take it lightly. Just letting sounds simple, but just letting the game come to you. I think when you're in the game, you have this mindset of like, man, I want to get everything. But sometimes you just got to do your technique, play your job, play your role, and everything will fall right in place. But this offseason has just been more focused on just getting everything physically ready and mentally ready, and just controlling what I can control. And once the time comes around, there's one thing that Marvin said was he focused on the present. Don't look too far in the future. And after he's saying that, it really clicked for me. That's what I've been trying to do, is just focus on now. Worry about the next. Worry about tomorrow. He also said this: worry about tomorrow when it comes. But that's been my focus this whole offseason.
JT, you were absolutely dominant against Penn State last season. Coming into this season, that's a game, obviously, that's a big deal for football. What, I guess, excites you about playing Penn State again? And what have you kind of seen from their offensive line
Yeah, Penn State is a great football team. As you can tell, that game came down to the wire. It was a very competitive game. Olu's a very talented tackle, but just that game is just like every other game. It's all about inches. It's all about who can make the less mistakes, and those games are always fun to play in, and it's always a fun battle. But I'm looking forward to playing them. It's a great team. Coach Franklin's a great coach, so it's a respected game. He's up there, yeah. Him and Amarius Mims from Georgia were one of the top tackles I played against. Great dudes too. We're just both just getting after it and just it was a great battle. It was a fun battle. He's very poised. He's very calm. Doesn't let anything get to him. He's very talented. He's very technically sound, and he's a big dude. But yeah, that's one of the great things I've seen from him, and especially playing against him. But yeah, he's a great tackle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, NIL. I think it was a true blessing that all college players have got blessed with the opportunity to make money off their name, image, and likeness. I have benefited, but yeah, it's a true honor just to see how where college football started and now where it's at. But I think it's also a big test for getting us ready, just knowing how to manage both, manage football and as well as the business side of things, and it gets us ready for the real world. Whatever the next step in our football lives, our football careers, if we continue to proceed to do that. But yeah, it helps us. It shows us a lot about ourselves, and if we're able to manage it, and before, it's like a little preview before the next step.
Both guys like trying to critique yourself and get better.
Yeah.
Watching some dudes.
Yeah, actually, that night of the game, I got home, turned on the TV because I was like, man, I just have to see what it looks like on TV, because in the midst of doing everything, I kind of like blacked out on after plays. It kind of just my mindset was like, man, this game's not over. You never know what could happen. But after the game, after sitting there and watching it, it was kind of just a big testimony to myself. Like I was saying, just being able to let the game come to you and have fun. Brought me back to childhood, to where I first started playing this game because I loved it. And I had fun instead of just trying to grab everything. Sometimes you gotta let back, enjoy, and just let everything come.
And you're a competitive person, so
Mm-hmm.
I know that's crazy to ask anybody to do all that stuff over again. But
Yeah.
every part of you watching that game and going, I gotta find a way to do that again.
Yeah. Just being more consistent. After that seeing that game, it proved to me a lot, and it was just, man, now let's continue to have that mindset and continue to build on it, and just be consistent and just stringing games together and making more fluid.
What Big Ten stadium would you say is the most difficult for
I'll think of it. I haven't really played that. Freshman year, I say, other than our stadium being a hard place to play in, I say the team up north stadium is a great atmosphere. It's loud. It's everything you want. It reminds me of our fans. Our fans are loud. Everybody's in it. But I say probably Tuimoloau Stadium, and yeah, I'll probably be up there. And my freshman year in Minnesota, it's my first game ever. Yeah, so it had nothing compared to any high school games I played in, but that was also a great atmosphere too. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, there's a mindset where everybody's just you want to make the play, you want to make every play. Sometimes you gotta realize like you can't make every play, but you just do your job, talk with your coaches, see what the game plan is, do the game plan, do your job, and just let it all fall in place.
JT,
Being a second year with Coach Knowles, it's become very comfortable. We know Coach Knowles. First year was kind of introduction. Excuse me, sorry. First year was kind of introduction with Coach Knowles, but this year is to allow us to grow even more, grow our relationship more with Coach Knowles as a player to coach, but as a person to person too. And this year our defense just could play fast, play physical, and have fun. And that's one thing Coach Knowles has always preached, and always reminding us what it means to be a silver bullet and what it takes. We actually had dinner together. Our D-line unit. We always have little competitions in defensive room, and just having those things, it brings us closer as a defensive whole. But we had whether it's conversations in the Woody, outside the Woody, or dinners, man, he's actually, you guys probably won't see, but he's actually a great dude with a lot of personality.
you mentioned being a leader through the highs and lows. You have to lift your teammates up. How do you deal with your own lows?
Your own lows, I feel like as men, we got to be able to, be okay with not feeling strong in moments, and just sometimes we're gonna need people to lean on. And my people are either my family, and sometimes it's in the Woody and my brothers. Sometimes I talk to them, and it's just great conversations. But that's how I handle my lows, and just speaking to others I trust, and those will be my brothers and my close family members.
JT, easy one for you back there. You played basketball in high school.
Yeah.
You play football now. How is athletics, playing other sports? How's that helped you playing football?
Helps agility. Basketball, being able to guard guards at 250 in high school, and you just coming straight out of football, it tests you a lot. And I think here, being able to react quick or move laterally quick, whether it's dropping back in coverage and you find yourself running with a wheel, and it's a running back who probably runs a 4.4, 4.3, but you have to figure out some way to have an edge. But that's one thing basketball has helped me with, is helping with my stamina and being able to we're gonna have a quick twitch.
One last question. What's it like being here representing the Ohio State Buckeyes?
Oh, it's a great honor. Just being able to represent my brothers with two other brothers with me, but it's a great blessing, and I thank the coaches and staff for trusting me for representing not only Ohio but the Ohio State football team. The Team of North game has always been the game. It's always been, like been preaching every day. It's the game we work for. We still have to go through play Indiana, and that's where it starts. But that's the game that's on our minds. But we build from it, and right now we gotta get ready for Indiana.
How much do you
Yeah, it's a new edge. There's been a new mindset placed in us in this offseason. We've emphasized in, everybody has been bringing the best out of everybody. That's the way to put it. And just, it's been a great offseason. A great, I explain the offseason as dirty, but in a good way. It's, we really tested ourselves, and it's been one great offseason. That's something you probably have to ask my father. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The reason what I'm getting at there is I'll ask you this. How do you feel about the strength of Ohio State's NIL program?
Oh, it's great.
Other Big Ten schools?
They allow us. I can't speak on other Big Ten schools, but I do know more about Ohio State and how they've been allowing us to have more opportunities in that area, and being able to have a program like that be behind us and help us in the new NIL, even though it's new, but having that much support and help us grow in that space, it feels great.
So how do you guys know how strong your guys' program is compared to other schools? Like you guys don't know what other schools are.
I think we just, I think we just let the stats speak for itself. We just continue to trust we trust our peoples, and there's a lot of trust and blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. But they've helped us come a long way, and we continue to ride with them.
JT, how much do you reference the Penn State game in your performance that day? How much do you look back at that and what you did and how to replicate that?
Yeah, I always go back and look at it sometimes. Sometimes there's times where I'm just like, man, there's no way I did that. And then I just have to go watch it. But it also motivates me to try to, it sounds crazy, but try to top it. But just being able to be consistent and just remind myself that, you got it. You got it, and you have the ability to do things like that. And we got to stay consistent and keep going.
What are the keys to being consistent? Maybe not that performance every time, but be a guy that we notice week in and week out.
Mindset, that's one thing my father has been preaching to me is, all starts with your mindset. Whatever you put your mind to, I believe you can do it as long as you believe in yourself. And, that I think this offseason has also, including mindset, has been growing my faith and my faith in how close and trying to get close to God and coming back to my morals. And the big props to Xavier Johnson, Emeka, and Cam Babb for bringing me in and just allowing me to grow it. Because always got to remember that the reason you're here, you wouldn't be here without the Lord and Jesus up above. But that's one thing I've been trying to do this offseason. One thing that I feel like is going to help me throughout this season too.
JT's been asked a lot about Penn State. Statistically, it's like impossible for them to do that. Very few players ever have done what you did in a game. But you want to be consistent. You kind of have to remind yourself, I can't do that every game. But you can do a lot of things in a lot of games. Do you ever have to remind yourself?
Yeah. Nah. My dad has always told me to make your goals so outrageous that some people look at it to where you can't reach them, but that pushes you even harder to try to reach it. And that's one thing he's always preached to me, and that's one thing I'm gonna continue to do because it's always helped me. It's always helped me to whether it might be like my best rep on a certain exercise was 2, and I'm trying to push to get 40, and then the next time I do it's 20. So always trying to find that edge to keep myself motivated and keep going. Sorry, I didn't hear the beginning. Yeah, it's just as motivation. But all we can do is control what we got inside our room and inside our building, and continue to lean on one another, push one another, and get ready for the season. Yeah, like I said, it's fuel to the fire. We just continue to stay within ourselves, stay balanced, stay level-headed, continue to grind this offseason, get ready for fall camp, and get ready for the first game as well.
Marvin talked about how, winning Michigan in a Big Ten championship are two of his big goals, but he hasn't had a chance to accomplish those yet. You being a third-year guy as well, are those two things driving you as things you really want to accomplish before you leave Ohio State?
Yeah, of course. Speaking to all the past dudes who have I gotten a chance to have conversations with, and knowing that they have a pair of gold pants and they have a Big Ten championship under the ring, it motivates me even more to achieve that.
With someone on the other side of the ball, Carson Hinsman, who's a Wisconsin native, how have you seen him grow and throughout the spring? And I know you're on the defensive side, but what can you bring to the Ohio State offensive line?
That dude's a great competitor. He's a great worker too. I've had him as a partner on lifting, and yeah, he brings a lot of energy. He's a grinder, but I think he brings a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. He's also very smart, so I think he has a lot to bring to the table when it comes to the Ohio State.
What does he do on lifting? Anything in particular that stands out with?
Strong kid, very strong kid. He's he's for him to come in and be that strong, man. It speaks volume.
was a player on the team that you would say would be a breakout player for fans to watch this season, who would it be?
There's a lot. But I think our D-line, we have the rushmen. We have a lot of dudes that can have breakout seasons across the board. Tyleek, Mike, Jack, Kenyatta, Caden, Amari, Hero, and Taiwan. Like, I can go on and on, but I think we have a lot of dudes in the rushmen and in the D-line that can have a great season this year.
JT, what did you think when you saw from Josh Fryer in the spring?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Josh is my guy. We compete, and then I just go over his house and we continue to talk more. But he's growing each and every day. He's getting stronger. He's getting more confident with himself. But yeah, Josh is I believe he's a dude to look out for.
What do you, as a defensive lineman, talking to an offensive lineman, and obviously your teammates go share some stuff with you? What do you tell them about, I guess, what you see?
Yeah, it'll be like, when if I beat him on a move, he'll ask what did I see, and if he blocks me well and I have time rushing against him, I ask him what he saw or what he did, and continue to share those knowledge, because at the same time, we're going against each other, we're trying to win, but at the same time, we're also trying to help one another become even better versions of ourselves within our craft.
You guys watch film together, or you just talking about stuff after?
We do both. Most times we talk. Most times we just walk through after practices and just walk through the moves that he needed help on, or I walk through sets with him that I felt like I struggled with, and here and there we'll watch film, but most of the time we're doing live reps. Yeah, it was there's no doubt about it. That dude, his mindset was coming back and wanted to be that tackle, to have that tackle spot. Yeah, he's grown so much.
Learning the left side, which you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
There also seems to be confidence that he's developed.
Mm-hmm.
Since that confidence growing in him as you continue to talk about this.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of hard for me to understand too, like between left and right tackle. Left and right end, the only difference is, you just put whatever hand you put down. But I didn't know there's a whole different feel when it comes to offensive tackle. So, but man, he's done a tremendous job. He's been in the lab. He's been taking care of himself and his body, and just continue to grow. And his mindset he's locked in. Everybody we got there, anybody can be a starter. They're all competing. They're all doing what they need to do. And we just gotta get ready for fall camp.
In practice, whether it's Josh or any other tackle, if you beat them, they get down on themselves, can you sense that? Do you do anything to try to lift them back up? Because
Yeah, it's as simple as just, as well as, even though we're teammates, he's also that's my family. Even though I see him down, I'm going to come over and just, like, hey, we're good. We got this. Like, don't get you down on yourself. It happens to the best of us, but I'm just not going to let him just sit in his morals or sit in his sadness and just continue to just, pull himself away. But I'm always going to step in and make sure they're good.
What have you seen from Josh Simmons since he came in and joined that offensive tackle role?
Explosive guy. He's a dude with his talents are, man. His potential is through the ceiling. But he's came in. He just got right to work.
you call him Jimmy?
Jimmy. I call him Jimmy. Also call him Josh when we're by ourselves. Also call him Oos. Oos means brother in our language. But yeah, I guess I didn't know his name. I didn't know everybody was calling him Jimmy. Then I found out why. Then in the Woody, he's Jimmy. Outside the Woody, he's Josh. But around other Joshes, then he goes back to being Jimmy.
JT, everybody keeps asking who's the starting quarterback going to be. It looks like you have a couple of talented guys.
Mhm.
What is your sense of the offensive line that you've seen a lot of coming out of the spring and stuff? The makings there for a worthy offensive line. What do you see of that?
Yeah, during the spring, it was great battles. With the rushmen and the old line, it was great battles, and we could tell that they were helping us, but at the same time, we're also helping them. So being able to go against a talented D line and a talented O line, iron sharpens iron. So I've been seeing that whole offseason.
Was there one guy especially that kind of jumped out at you on that offensive line who made real progress in the spring and maybe through the summer, like Kegra or somebody?
Man, it's kind of hard to say. I feel like they've all made their own little progress in all little areas, in their own areas. So Yeah, I say they've all been making progress.
So has Jimmy, Josh Simmons, has he added to the I guess the competition factor there from the standpoint of stirring the drink a little bit?
Yeah, Jimmy coming in, he's a great dude. He's a dude that fits the brotherhood, and he's going to continue to grind. And it's always going to be a competitive nature. You know, whether it's no matter who's on the field, it's always a competitive nature out there.
We got to watch a lot of practice this spring a lot of times. I know you're saying it's competition, but it felt like the defensive line was doing a lot more of the winning than the offensive line. In a way that made it feel like there's promise that the numbers, the sack numbers might be back this year. Coming out of the spring, how did you guys as a defensive line feel about how things went? And then how do you get that to translate from spring practice to Saturday in the fall?
Yeah, I think we had a great spring season. You know, as a whole collective D line, we did what we're supposed to do, but we just got to continue to keep building on it and never get satisfied and never get comfortable, and always find ways and areas where we can level our game up.
JT, how would you describe yourself as a run defender? I know a lot of tensions on your pass rush. What do you bring to the table against the run?
Just versatile, being able to, you know, either slant in or transition, but just being able to be physical and as well as having a quick reaction to where, you know, it might seem like a pass or play action. Just being able to have that mindset of, you know, being smart and using my hat in hands to be able to escape blocks quicker.
Coach Knowles earlier talked about it, that his approach to explosive plays this year, as far as that happened late last year. What's he said about that? Is there any kind of difference in the defense to try to prevent those things?
It's just being within ourselves. I mean, I've been preaching that all day. It's just we control our performance, and one thing Coach Knowles has been doing is reiterating all those little things, reiterating what it means to be a silver bullet, and what our job is. You know, we always start off the meetings as a coach's job is there to teach us, and we're supposed to learn. You know, taking in their knowledge and applying it to the field. But he's just allowed us to. You know, we understand him, he understands us more, and we're going to continue to grow and continue to become a great defense.
Every man does his job.
Yeah, there's 11 of us out there. You know, we're 11 strong, and you know, we need, as well as it is 11, we also need those guys whoever comes in, whoever subs in, to also know their job. So, you know, everybody doing your job and trusting the guy next to you.
Is it about explaining that to a couple of you leaders, basically kind of not laying down the law maybe, but about what's expected this year? You understand what I mean, Jay?
Yeah.
You know, some certain things won't be tolerated, so to speak. How do you go about that, I guess, in a season camp?
Yeah, I think
On the straight and narrow?
being a leader, you know, just you have to always reiterate that too. You know, especially even though the coaches do it, it also has to come from a player, and I think it means more when it comes from a player standpoint, a player's point of view. But just being able to just continue to push that factor and preach it every day, I think, you know, it has more volume.
Because in the fall analysis, it is y'all's team, right?
Mhm.
Are people buying into that thought to a certain extent?
Yeah, this offseason has been it's been a great. There's been a lot of change for good in our mindsets, and I think doing that and just having the leadership has been off the charts, and you know, I'm excited to get ready for this offseason and see what we have in store.
I know you want to win championships at Ohio State, but on an individual level, how do you measure success for yourself? Are you a sacks guy? I need 10 sacks? Are you I need this many tackles for loss? Or is it bigger than that? How do you evaluate?
I think it's more just, you know, I think when you start chasing numbers, you start losing the purpose. I think once you start doing your job and knowing what your job is, but as well as having that mindset of, you know, I'm going to go and play the best of my ability and be the best version of myself. And coming back and watching film, that's where that self-assessment comes in. Just watching film with your coaches and knowing what you got to do.
How would you rate Gene Smith as an athletic director?
I don't know.
Does he ever identify with you being a former defensive lineman?
Yeah, Gene, man, he's a great guy. Great dude. We always see him in the practices. You know, one day I hope he's gonna show up in shoulder pads and helmet and just get a couple reps in with us. But I love that guy.
The outcome of the way the championship went, Does that give that extra motivation to you guys thinking maybe we'll have the championship out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of motivation, but especially after that game, knowing how well and how much room there is to be great. That adds a lot of juice to the cup, and I feel like having that and learning from it and just seeing how we did. I feel like the sky's the limit, but we just got to take one day at a time, get ready, continue to push each other, and continue to grow.
JT, do you ever daydream or even maybe dream about that game at Penn State occasionally, about the way things came together? I mean, it was about as dream a game that you could have as a defensive end,
Yeah.
I think it's the greatest game ever by a defensive end.
I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do think about it, but there's times where it's just, man, it's a whole new season. We got to get ready for this season and continue to play the best of your ability and continue to be a great version of yourself and a great player.
Yeah, and I'm following up on that because Coach Snow said one of those things is y'all have the word this year is consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consistency defense.
Yeah, consistent. Yeah, consistent is also within myself, but as a defense as a whole, and I feel like that's just one thing. My main goal is to be consistent and continue to bring that mentality to every game. Thank you.
Penn State question, Jeff.